Welcome back, Goddess of Genesis fam. Today's video is going to be pretty important. It's actually about the upcoming banner schedule, the spreadsheet that I've been working on. So previously, I worked on this spreadsheet. This is where we are right now. This is what is the expectation for global in the coming months. And I used to pull this information from the SEA server on their Facebook page, but then we know that the SEA server is not going to be around anymore. So what was going to happen to our information after we stopped getting updates from the SEA server? Well, I found out that if you go to the Chinese website for Goddess of Genesis, the China server has been around, I think, like 10 months ahead of the global server. So they're 5 months ahead of SEA. So one of the things I learned recently is if you go to their website and then hit news, I'm on Chrome on a PC, by the way. And what you'll notice is Chrome will use Google Translate to automatically translate pages for you. So even though it's in Chinese, it gets auto translated if you're on Chrome on a PC. And if you click on announcements and then click on a link, you can get patch notes for what happens, in the patches for China. So for example, here they're getting a new hero called Paladin. They have a regular summoning hero banner with Frigga and Uriel. There's an event called the Summer Desert Festival where if you log in every day, you'll get multiple rewards. They have, what is this? So this is like what we have going on right now on our server. It's like a guild point grind event where you do certain tasks and you earn points for the guild. And when the guild reaches certain levels, you get rewards. This is like the spend money and you'll get things if you spend up to like $300. So, oh, this is the emblem thing where you win the fusion crystal as a reward, like the Arc of Miracles. So as you can see, you can kind of figure out what's happening from the patch notes of the Chinese version if you go to this website. So what I did is from this point above, all the information on the right is from the SEA server. And from this point below, all the information is coming from the Chinese server. And I also included the link for each patch note. So if you are curious, like you see something in the schedule and you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can always click on the link and then go here. And if you're fluent in Chinese, you can figure it out. Maybe you can tell me to update something if something is unclear or incorrect, or you can just try to figure out what's going on from the Google Translate. Now, another thing is at the top of this spreadsheet here, there's a link to a Facebook album which lists a bunch of characters that came out on the Chinese server that are ahead of us. So for example, this is, I believe, Uriel, who we just got, and one of the next heroes we should be getting is Morrigan and then Zhu Rong. Those are kind of two must-have heroes that people are looking forward to on Global. But if you don't know why people are interested in Morrigan, sorry, as there's an ambulance running by in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. But you can always click on the portrait in this album and you can read about character skills, their awakenings, what happens when you get them to limit break, what they do as an assist, those kinds of things. So this album that is linked to at the top of the spreadsheet right here can help you figure out, what these characters do as you're looking at the upcoming schedule that now, thanks to the Chinese version, goes all the way out until March of next year. A couple other things you should note about this schedule is in September, we're planning to get a Joan rerun banner. And that's going to be a single character banner with just Joan on it. And if you're wondering, yes, we did get a Joan banner back December of last year. So this is kind of like a re-release of Joan on a single character banner. And the reason why is at the same time, they're releasing a new feature called Awakening, where your character gets certain new abilities, as well as the ability for an assist level 4. But to get that assist level 4, the character needs to be limit broken. So that means you need to get Joan to 6 stars and then get 5 more copies of her to get limit break. and any character that has like rerun after them means that they're also going to get an awakening and an assist level 4. And if you want that assist level 4, you're going to need to limit break them. So I'm kind of noting that in case, you may want to consider limit breaking Zhu Rong, Long Ji, Demeter, those characters. And another thing is, if you look, they rerun the single character Joan banner again, but they also combine it with two other regular banners, and they sandwich it between a new hero banner and an awakening banner for an old character. So they're kind of throwing in a lot of different things as we get later into the schedule. Another thing you should note about the schedule is at a certain point, I just start listing Colorful Crystal Ball and Bounty, but I don't list what the hero is. That's not a mistake. It's because on the patch notes, they say there's a Colorful Crystal Ball happening at this time, but they don't say who the character is for. At least Google Translate is not translating the character's name. So like I know that a bounty occurs on this patch, or a skin is released, Colorful Crystal Ball, at this time, but I don't know who the character is for. So that's kind of unfortunate. If someone has that information from the Chinese server, I'd be happy to update the schedule. But for now, check out all these links. I will link them in the caption. You can take a look at the album, read about the future heroes. You can plan for who you're going to limit break and who you're going to summon for and who you're going to skip. Okay, good luck. Have fun, everybody.